So, very good evening to one and all. Good evening, children. Welcome to the e-learning class. Today, we are going to discuss about intermediate second year economics. Intermediate second year economics, second lesson, demography and human resource development. In previous class, children, we discussed about the human resource development, the importance of education in economic development. Today, we are going to discuss about the importance of health in economic development. So, our today's topic is role of health in economic development. Okay, so about the health. Health, improvement in the health, improvement in the health of the people, it increases the productive capacity. Improvement in the health of the people, it increases productive capacity and quality in human capital. As you all know that, children, if we are healthy, it means that we are able to work for a very long time. Our productive capacity increase. If we are healthy, we can work for a long time. We can work throughout the day also. That means our work, our production depends on our health. Okay, so that is only it improves, it increases the productive capacity of the people. Second one, it enhances, it increases the quality of human capital. Quality of human capital, its knowledge, skills and other things, children, that comes under the human capital. That means health is playing a very important role in the development of the human beings first. Okay, if he is a healthy person, that person will be able to work for a long time. When he work for a long time, he will be able to produce more. When he is able to produce more, it will be helpful to a person to live a very good standard of life. That means completely our life depends on our health. Okay, life depends on our health. Now, in our life, if you want to spend on health, where are the what do you call the corners where we spend on the health? So generally the people they spend on the health in case of medical knowledge. People, they spend on the health in case of medical knowledge. Suppose you want to get some knowledge, that if you want to become a doctor, you want to do MBBS, you want to get some information, some knowledge about the medicine and others, definitely you spend on that particular field to get that information. That means if we want to become healthy, we want to have certain knowledge on health, that is related to the health information, health knowledge. Okay, related to the education on the health. Number one. Number two, children, we spend on the health. Our expenditures on the health depends on the disease prevention measures. Disease prevention measures. Like for example, if you want to live healthy, what are the areas that we have to spend on? Definitely, if we want to save ourselves from the diseases like malaria, we have to spend on all those what you call repellents, mosquito repellents like good nights, all outs, what you say, children, that we have to spend on that. If you want to save our life from what you call the other dangerous diseases, where we spend, children, we spend on the medical, we spend on the what you call medicines. That means our health expenditures depends not only to get the knowledge about the health, but also we spend on the various medical expenditures. Then followed by, children, we spend on health in our treatment. Suppose if we fall sick, where we go, children? We go to the doctor, and then there we spend, children, in the form of fees. That means our health expenditure on the treatment. So what we discuss, children, on the health knowledge, then disease prevention, then on the treatment, it depends, children, and improving the level of nutrition. If you want to become healthy, if you want to remain healthy, we spend on those fruits and the food that are rich in the nutrition. That means we spend on the level of nutrition. That means each and every person in this world, they spend on their health in the various form. either to get that knowledge, to study that knowledge about the medical that the person spend. That people nowadays, you're finding that many students, they're learning the MBBS or MD and MS. Depends on the education, that particular medical education. Second one, we spend on, to save our health, we spend on disease prevention, purchasing medicines, purchasing the various things. We spend on treatment, moving to the doctor. And then the most important, we spend on the levels of nutrition, our food. We spend on the fruits and the food that saves us from the various diseases. So these are all the expenditures that we say that saves our health and from the spoiling. Then afterwards, children, in India, there were different health policies, children. Different health policies were planned and implemented in the country. In the year 1946, Health Survey and Development Committee. In the year 1946, Health Survey and Development Committee, and 1961, Health Survey and Planning Committee. These two committees, children, they came up with certain objectives. They came up with certain objectives. What are those objectives? That raise the health standards. Those objectives that raise the health standards, they are provision for control of epidemics. So these countries, they recommended that if a country wants to improve in the health condition, definitely there should be a control of epidemics, means some dangerous diseases because of which many people they died, like tuberculosis, like cholera, like smallpox, and so on. So we have to control these diseases to decrease the death rate. Second one, providing health services. Providing health services in each and every areas, like providing the health services not only in the urban areas but also in the rural areas and the various remote regions also. Then training of employers in health department. You know, children, there are many people are there who are already engaged in the health services. So the objectives are recommended by these committees are there that time to time certain trainings to be given to the health departments, so that they can enhance the new knowledge, new technology that will be helpful to save the life of the people. So children, this is just a general what you call an introduction, how health is very important for us, where we are spending on our health, and what are the government policies that framed by the committees to raise the standard of living of the people. Okay, and then afterwards what happened? The concept of health was taken as an important one in 5 years planning period. All of you I explained you number of time, 5 years planning period. So 5 years planning period about the different health policies, different things were targets related to the improvement of the health were taken. So and that one of the 11th 5-year planning period targeted in the same way. What was the 11th 5-year period targets? We'll discuss now. So children, now we are going to discuss about in the 11th 5-year planning period, what were the targets that were set by the Government of India. Government of India in the 11th 5-year planning period, they set up some targets, children, in case of to improve the health condition of the country people. What were those targets, children? We'll discuss now. The targets like reducing MMR to 100 per 1 lakh live birth. Now you are getting a doubt in your mind. What is MMR? It means maternal mortality rate. Maternal mortality rate, MMR. It means maternal mother mortality death rate. That means number of women who die at the time of giving birth to the children, that we call as maternal mortality rate. You know very well, it was very common in the olden days where number of women or the girls, they used to die at the time of giving birth to their children because of lack of immunity power, lack of nutritious food. They are unable to bear that pain, children, lack of medical facilities, etc., etc. So the Government of India in the 11th 5-year planning period targeted that they compulsory they have to reduce the maternal mortality rate to 100. You know why 200? You are 100 per 1 lakh live births. With 1 lakh live births, how many women are dying? Why it is 100? You feel that 100 is too much? You know, children, actually it was in hundreds. Like for example, it was at 2011, 2009 and 10, it was 300 per 1 lakh live births. So Government of India targeted that in this plan period, it should reduce to 100 deaths per 1 lakh live births. Number one. Number two is reducing IMR. Already children we discuss IMR, infant mortality rate. Infants, to whom we call infants, the child with the age of 0 to 3 years of age. And in our country we find that it was very common that number of children at the time of birth or after the birth in 1 or 2 years they die because of lack of again nutritious foods, lack of medical facilities and other health related problems. So the Government of India targeted in this one that reduce this death rates to how much? To 28 per 1000 live births. Out of 1000 live births, it should be reduced to 28. Next one, reducing the total fertility rate to 2 to 1. Fertility rate. You know, children, before 20 to 30 years before, we find that in every family there were nearly some 10 to 15 children were there, used to be there. So, woman was giving birth to so many children. I think you heard from your grandparents also that it was very common in those days. The number of children were there in the family. But now government planned in this one to reduce this fertility rate of the woman to 2 to 1. You know, nowadays we are following the policy of nuclear families where only 2 children norms we are following. So government is trying that almost every family of the country, they should follow the norms of the children, either 2 or at least 1 child. That's all. No more children in the family, reducing the fertility rate of the woman. Next one, provide clean drinking water. Provide clean drinking water. That is very important one for health. You know that our health majorly depends on the intake that we take either in the form of food or in the form of water. So compulsory clean drinking water should be there to make us healthy. Otherwise we'll become the patients of jaundice, will become the patients of the various diseases that spread because of water. Okay, next one, reduce malnutrition. Age 0 to 3 years. It was found that children in our India, there is a lack of nutritious food to the small age of children. Number of children, just now I told that infant mortality rate, number of small children are dying in the country because of lack of proper nutritious food. So what is targeted here? That reduce this malnutrition. What are the malnutrition is there in the 0 to 3 years of age, that it should be reduced and it should provide a good food to the small children. That's why you're finding in what you call this ASHA workers, they're working over there, and we are finding there are a number of institutions that are open, what you call Anganwadis are opened by the government, where not only this pregnant ladies, but after the delivery also the woman and the child, they get a nutritious food for a long time. Okay, so that is reducing the malnutrition. Next one, reducing anemia among the women and the girls by 50%. Anemia. Anemia means lack of hemoglobin level. Very weakness, lack of iron content in the body, in the blood of a woman. You find that generally the women and the girls, they face this type of problem, that the blood level, the hemoglobin level in their body is very low, children, is very low, and that turned as a major reasons for the deaths of the women, deaths of these women and the girls at the time of giving births to their own children. So here the government targeted that to reduce this anemic condition. You know, when you move to the doctors and doctors inform you that you are having very less hemoglobin level, doctor prescribe you to take some iron content, iron capsules, iron fruits or the vegetables. For what? To increase the hemoglobin level, that increase your immunity. So by 50% it should be reduced. So these are all called as, children, the target that was set at the time of 11th 5-year planning period, that is reduce the maternal mortality rate, reduce the infant mortality rate, then reducing the total fertility rate, then providing the clean drinking water, then afterwards reduce malnutrition and reduce anemic conditions. So these are all called as, children, the policies of the government towards the improvement in the health and the health conditions of the people to improve the economic development of the country. Because of all these policies, children, today we find that we are having a different figures. There is a rate of improvement we can find in the almost all the things. What are the things that we find the rate of improvement? Life expectancy. Because of all these things, we find there is an improvement in the life expectancy of the people. What is life expectancy? The life that it is expected at the time of the what you call the birth of a person. That means according to the social conditions, according to his health condition, according to his income, a person's life expectancy, that how many years a person is going to live on this earth surface. So it is easily can we find it out. So the life expectancy of different countries are mentioned based on the facilities available to the people. Coming to India, the life expectancy in the year 1951 to 1961. 1951 to 1961, the life expectancy of the people of India, it was hardly 41.2 percentage. 41.2 percentage. In the year 2011, it increased to 65.5. That means in those days, 1951 to 61, the age maximum life a person they used to live was 41 years because of lack of medical facilities. But today we are in the position that we are living at the age of 68, 69 or 70. That is improvement. But when we compare our life expectancy with other countries of the world, especially like Japan, where we find the people average life expectancy is 125 years, 100 to 125 years, the people of Japan, they live. The reason is the government spends only and only on education and health. Education makes a literate people and health makes a fit people. So these people, when the people they have both education and a good health, it is automatically helpful for the development of the country. So this is about, children, the life expectancy. The next one after this one, infant mortality rate. What is infant mortality rate, children? I told you the deaths of the in children at 0 to 3 years of age. So in the year 1951, once again, the infant mortality rate in our country, it was nearly about 146 by 1000. That means nearly 146 children they used to die in the age group of 0 to 3 years of age because of many problems, deficiencies and the other. Whereas according to 2011, it is 47 by 1000. That means we are able to reduce it. That means in those days, these many children they used to die. But now the death of the children among is 47 only. Next one is MMR. What is MMR? Maternal mortality rate. What is this maternal mortality rate? It is mentioned that it was in the 301 women per lakh live births. It is near about 301 women per lakh according to the 2001 census. 301 women they used to die at the time of deliveries, and in the year 2010 it reduced to, children, 200 per lakh. That means still it is more normal. It is very high. Still 200 ladies they are dying in the country at the time of delivery, after the delivery also, because of lack of medical facilities and lack of good health conditions. So this is, children, we find that though there are in certain cases there are a lot of improvements we can find, but still we have to attain more. And for this purpose, National Health Policy was implemented in the year 2017, and this is added this year in this year syllabus. So our next topic is National Health Policy of 2017. Okay. Children, National Health Policy 2017. Children, this is a new topic that is introduced in this year only in the syllabus. New in the syllabus, children. Health Policy of 2017. So, Health Policy of 2017 is almost all similar to just now what we discussed to the 11th 5-year planning period targets. What are that health policy? So, health policy, the first one, increase expenditure of the government on health. Government should increase the expenditure on the health to about 2.5 percentage. Up to now it was 1.1 like that, children. So now it should be increased to 2.5 percentage. More expenditure on health, more investment on health, more healthy people in the country, more development in the country. So increase the expenditure of the government. Second one, increase the life expectancy. Children, our life depends on our health. And if the health is good, we can increase our life expectancy. We can save ourselves from the dangerous diseases. You find, children, recently in this situation, pandemic situation, COVID-19, you found that number of people, they died. Number of people that died because they were having a very less immunity power, very less power, very poor health they were having, children. Because of that, they were unable to bear the consequences of this COVID-19. And we find those people who survive, those who are there after this severe pandemic situation, we find they are the healthiest people. Those who are able to face that situation, their health is, immunity is so strong that they defeated the disease corona. So same thing here, children, increase the life expectancy. Now we can say that we increase our life expectancy, that we are the the brave people who at least who fought against these diseases and be able to increase our life expectancy. So it is found the life expectancy to be improved from 67 now to our age. Life expectancy, expected life a person lives in our India is 68 years. To increase to 70 years by 2025, the life expectancy to be increased. Next one, reduce total fertility rate. Just now I told you that number of births to be reduced. How can we reduce the total fertility rate? Fertility rate for a woman, it starts from the age of 13 or 14 till 45 or 50, I said already to you. So it means nothing but the girl or the woman is able to bear a child, to give birth to the number of children in these 32-35 years of time gap. So late marriages to be encouraged. Use of contraceptives, family planning programs to be enhanced in the country. So it should reduce children, the size of the family should reduce it to 2 to 1. This is that one. Next one, reduce IMR. Infant mortality rate, that means the death among the children to be reduced to 28 by 1000 by the year 2019. Next one, increase the utilization of public health facilities by 50%. What does it mean, increase the utilization of public health facilities? Children, when you move to the doctor, when you move to the hospital in case of emergency, most of the people in our country, in city areas and now in the village areas also, we are not believing on the public services, public hospitals, especially public health facilities means public hospitals. Instead of that, what we feel that it's a waste of time. The hospitals, they take much time in treatment and all the others. So we waste our hard-earned money in the private hospitals. We move to the private hospitals and so on. Government is spending lakhs of crores of rupees on these government hospitals, but people are not having the faith towards these government hospitals. So according to this one, the government, the utilization, more public health facility, more people should move to the government hospitals by 50% at least. Then more than 90% of newly born children to be fully immunized. What does it mean? Immunization, I already told you that as when a child takes birth, you find that the elders, they take the child immediately to the doctor to get some immunization. They give some injection on children, immunization of cholera, TB, something like some dangerous diseases. And it provides, immunization is nothing but providing immunity, the power to fight against the disease. That type of injection should be given to the child. So compulsory, the more than 90% of the newly born should be fully immunized, so that the child body should be able to fight against all the dangerous diseases. Next one, access of safe water. I already told you the water is playing a very important role in saving the life of the people. Water is very important one. If we drink contaminated water, if we drink adulterated, that what you call mixed with some chemicals and others, definitely we may die soon. Our organs will fail. Our body will not support us to live for a long life. So healthy water is playing, safe water is playing a very important role to live a healthy life. So children, these are all National Health Policy of 2017. I hope this is clear to all of you. What is a National Health Policy, and today's class is also very clear to you. Our class is completely on health. Okay, so in our next class, children, we'll discuss about the various rural health programs and the urban health programs that are taken by the government. Okay, so what is your work? Go through the textbook, read the lesson properly, go through my material that already given to you, children, and then if you want to search any other resource, the source like net and others, you can check that one, improve your knowledge, improve your skills, enhance your what do you call all the skills, children. Till then, it's time to leave. Thank you one and all. Thank you, children.